Fox News host Laura Ingraham is apologizing and now taking the next week off as advertisers abandon her show. So far, about a dozen companies have pulled their ads after Ingraham attacked Parkland school shooting survivor David Hogg. Ingraham mocked Hogg's grades and the fact that he failed to get into 4 colleges despite having a 4.2 GPA. When asked whether he accepts Ingraham's apology, here's what Hogg had to say.
She's only apologizing after a third of her advertisers pulled out, and I think it's really disgusting the fact that she basically tried promoting her show after apologizing to me.
David Hogg joins us now. So David, first, what surprised you more, Ingraham's apology or the powerful response now from advertisers?
I think what was more surprising to me wasn't the apology, because that was kind of expected, especially after so many of our advertisers dropped out. Like that was one of the things that disturbed me most. There were multiple tweets in between her first tweet calling me out and then the other tweet where she basically tried apologizing. There are multiple instances that she could have done an apology but didn't. I'm glad to see corporate America standing with me and the other students of Parkland and everybody else, because when we work together we can accomplish anything, and it's important to remember that.
What has been your biggest takeaway or lesson learned from this experience at this point?
I think my biggest takeaway from this is when somebody, no matter who somebody is, no matter how big or powerful they may seem, a bully is a bully, and it's important that you stand up to them. There have been multiple instances throughout Ingram's professional career where she's tried calling out people, for example, at Dartmouth University because of their sexual orientation, and she told LeBron James to shut up and dribble. I don't see any apology for those people. I mean, why? It's really sad. It's disturbing to know that somebody could bully so many people and just get away with it, especially to the level that she did. But I think now, with advertisers standing with us, we can accomplish anything.
The word bully stands out because some people are calling you a bully. In fact, conservative commentator Eric Erickson, I want to read you what he has said. He said, having someone apologize to you and then refusing to accept it unless conditions are met is what bullies do. What do you say to that?
I don't agree with it. Just like Laura, she can have her opinion, he can have his. It's up to them, but I don't agree with it personally.
Laura Ingraham has invited you back on her show for a, quote, productive discussion. Would you consider doing that?
I would only consider doing that and after she apologizes to all the people that she's hurt throughout her professional career because of her immaturity and unprofessionalism. It's not right, and I think she needs to apologize to those people that she's hurt.
Sadly, Ingraham probably won't be the last person to attack you. Do you worry at all about this kind of back and forth becoming a distraction to your main mission and what you're trying to accomplish with gun reform?
Absolutely, because I think when people call us out like this, what they're really trying to do is distract from the bigger movement here. In that we're not trying to take anyone's guns, we're simply trying to save lives. That's all we're trying to do. And when Laura uses divisive language like many people on her show have, where she calls us the left and right and doesn't acknowledge the fact that we're just all Americans and our diversity is our strength. She needs to acknowledge the fact that everybody's opinion matters, even from my perspective, hers does too. But what matters most is that we come together as Americans, and what I think shows like hers do is divide us even more, and I think division is the last thing this country needs. We need to come together as Americans, not as Democrats or Republicans.
So I understand you're taking a gap year, decide not to go to college right now. What are you planning to do? Are you trying to harness something more in this movement and have politicians reached out to you?
Yes, some have. What I plan on doing during this gap year, which I still may not be taking, I haven't really made a final decision on, is I'm going to be working on a candidate basis, because there are Republicans who are supported by the NRA and not supported by the NRA. There's Democrats that are supported by the NRA, and there's Democrats that are not supported by the NRA. I'm going to be working on a candidate basis to ensure that the best people that are willing to serve their constituents and not special interests are getting into office.
Which candidates have reached out to you?
There was mainly one that's going against Steve King in Iowa that has reached out to me, and a few have reached out to me, but I think at the end of the day, what's important is that we all just really come together and work on this, not as Democrats or Republicans, but as Americans, to solve this issue and realize that our strength is in our diversity of people and our diversity of ideas, because this is not an issue that has one solution. There are multiple solutions that we must work to implement to fix this, and we have to work together.
Thank you, David Hogg, for joining us. Best of luck to you.